I love that wind blast. All right, so this is going to be a bit of a long video, but for transparency purposes, we've got large chunks of unedited footage. So one of the main purposes of this video, well, the main purpose for making this video on this day was to get somebody in behind. My brother is going to be driving and my wife is going to be in the passenger seat recording, and my daughter is in the back seat of the Speed 3 with me right now, and we're just watching the exhaust. I can't see that while I'm driving, and this car is a turbocharged car with a turbo that is known for problems at any point in its life. I guess I don't know much about turbo. I've never owned a car with a turbo before, so someone can tell me why turbos sometimes smoke or whatever, but we're looking for that. I want to see if it smokes at all when I shift gears, if it's smoking in the upper gears. On the residential streets here, you can drive by and ask people to look at the tailpipe, but you're only in third gear or maybe crawling in fourth gear. Getting it up into fifth and sixth gear, nobody can reliably look at that unless they're following you in another car. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that later too. There's a bit of speeding later on, but nothing too dangerous. And at that point, much later in the video, we talk a little bit about the use of fifth and sixth gear. And I mean, this is pretty much a race car, and so you're using sixth gear for cruise basically, and if you're accelerating in sixth gear, it's hard to do that legally. It's hard to legally accelerate in sixth gear in this car. So this car is super powerful, is just awesome. The suspension, the steering, the handling, the braking, everything is fantastic. I can't imagine more bang for your buck. This is amazing vehicle. So yeah, we're watching the tailpipe now as I pull out onto the main road where I live, and we're watching the tailpipe until we get out into the country, and then we prearranged to have a little moment where we take a corner and I downshift and then take off at that corner. So we'll see how much separation I created between me and this car, which is in tow. We check the AC. You can see the AC. Well, you can't see the air conditioning working, but if you trust us, it works. After my wife hops out of the car and gets a shot of the car ripping by, she jumps in the car and the camera comes into the car with her, so we get to hear the car running and shifting through gears in different areas, in different conditions. There's a bit of fast forward in some of this to kind of move things along, but anyways, here we go. We're starting to get out into the country now, and then finally at the end we get idling and we get reversing onto the ramps at my home, and coupled with the rest of the videos that you can see about this car, including the test drive from a few days before, you can see that the car is in good condition.
Probably.
So maybe I could have done a bit of fast forwarding here, but I just wanted to leave it because really it's all about watching that exhaust and seeing if anything changes once the engine warms up. Again, I said for transparency purposes because I am selling this car now. So I just want to see this the way any car buyer would want to see this. And I don't know, if I decide to keep the car, I want to know as well what's going on back there. This is a lot of fun to play with this car, to drive it, to look under the hood,
It's a perfect day for it, though.
to work on it,
So
and
hot
so
on my face right now.
I've been having fun.
There he goes. Go.
So I have to say, at this point in the drive, my daughter's in the car. This is a rough kind of road, so this is pretty restrained driving. I'm not looking to do anything fancy or interesting here.
We're at 80.
I just want normal driving conditions,
Oh, really?
normal driving behavior, warm the car up nice, and see what's going on. And I'm glad to see there's nothing coming from. Oh, I'm interrupting.
Falling away.
There's nothing coming from that exhaust, and I'm really happy about that, because when I picked up the car myself, it had sat the winter out, and there's always a bit of smoke and vapor that comes after a car's been sitting, and you want that to clear up, and you can drive it around for a while.
So we got to get right close to him.
And you never know if it has, so.
So we want to try to stay as close to him as possible when he turns, because he's going to get away from us.
So there's the turn signals on. We've got a jog in the road. We're going to go left and right, and then I'm going to create separation. I'll be quiet now.
Go down. Yeah, put up your window, or else it's, well, I guess it doesn't matter.
Now off I go. It's got nothing on me. I should say that I am not a great driver, and I don't change gears quickly. I have been driving standard cars since I was well underage, but it's not something I do frequently, and I'm not trying to hurt this car. So, you know, that was heavy on the gas and high up in the revs, but conservative as far as shifting too quickly.
I screwed up. I shouldn't have had you turn up the window.
I should have done that before the turn anyway.
And in this section of this road, we chose this road. You can see that it's very well paved. It's not busy, and so we chose this road for this test. And you know, we don't want to get in any trouble or to get anybody hurt. There was a bit of speeding there, but you know, nothing to put anybody in any danger. So now Leanne has to get out of the car.
I'm gonna have to stop this for now.
My brother will continue on to Carlton U. There he goes. Thanks, Pat. So there's the shot from the beginning of the video. I had wanted to just pull up beside her there, but I didn't want to throw stones everywhere, and oh, it's too easy to get going too fast. So the trip says 78.6 there.
On there. Just get that going.
Most of those 78 kilometers, I don't know, 75 of them.
Oh, sorry.
As if I don't get interrupted enough, I'm interrupting myself now.
So you're on. It's getting warm in this car right now without the windows down. Let's get some more fan.
Yeah, there we go.
We got air or not? Yeah, oh, there we go.
It's blowing right in our face, but...
So that gets real cold real fast. You can turn it all the way down to, I don't know, 15 or 16 degrees. And I was trying to say that the 75 kilometers that were on the tripometer there, we put those on a drive that there's a video for that a few days before.
There. Oh, ice cold, ice cold. Beautiful. Awesome.
Yeah,
okay, get the ramp here. We'll have a good...
So my plan here...
So, have a look at my speedometer. I'm just going to put it in cruise. You can see the cruise light going on.
Yeah, I wanted to try to hold it at 100 through the whole ramp.
Oh, do I ever want to brake here? Oh, it's easy.
And it's like nothing. You're floating in this car. It grips the road at these speeds and you feel no problem. It's really easy to go really fast.
Yeah, we're not even off the ramp and we're... Woo!
Since I posted this car a couple days ago, I've had some interest from parents
Like that
who are looking for a car for their kid. And
oh, it's nice and comfy now here with the AC on.
I don't know, to be honest, it might be a death trap for a 17-year-old. I don't know.
You ruined my ramp fun.
So obviously I had wanted to take this corner with
Oh.
a little bit of mustard on it, but it was not to be. Oh, that shifting sounds cool. Sounds cool and fast forward. Ooh, this worked out pretty good. This is like 700%. So I think we're gonna have a conversation in the car in a minute about, about the top gear and about going fast again. And eventually we'll get home and we'll be putting it up on ramps and parking it.
Very responsive braking. Lovely. Feels good.
And when the Menino's done, maybe we can,
Listen to the car for a sec. 5,000 revs there. Oh, we're too fast. We're way too fast. Way too fast. Didn't even get up to 6th gear. And we're way too fast.
What are we doing?
I won't say for reasons.
You're pleading the fifth?
Yeah. Since this is on video. Yeah, I don't even think about it because I'm not even at top gear yet, but...
So you can almost never do top gear in this car, right?
If you're accelerating in top gear in this car, you're either shifting way too early or you're on a racetrack. It's definitely great for cruising and fuel economy. That's what we're doing now. But, yeah. In fact, if the same thing, man, I don't even have to touch the brakes for any of this. This is super smooth. Well, that's an interesting paint job on the car in front of us. Let's catch it. Manure. You got the Ma, then the Nua. Ma, Nua. Hang on, but I'm going to take some speed off here because you never know who's waiting around the corner. That looks like a Mustang. There's the mailman. Is that our guy?
No.
Yeah, let's get a good look at this Mustang. He's not in a rush today. I think it's a Mustang.
Yeah.
I don't think so anymore now. Yeah, I think I see the letters in the bottom. Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
It's just an 80s, 90s style that we don't see much
Oh,
of.
I recognize it, but then I don't know.
I don't think that's a
It is a Mustang. It's a convertible Mustang from the, looks like the 80s or very early 90s. But it says Mustang, Sophie.
And it's got the white soft top.
It's too bad that we didn't have a straight section. We could have run up alongside of it.
Mm-hmm.
Just giving him a friendly wave. Nice car. That's Matt's looking at that generation of Mustang. I think he said it's a 91. And that would be one that looks like that. Although I don't think Matt would like a convertible.
Maybe after Menino's done, we can put that song on that came on before Menino.
Get him.
Oh.
That came on before Menino. When Menino's done, because we really like it.
I'll put it on when we get home. Okay? Speaking of when we get home.
Well,
Okay, wait, quiet. So, when we get home, we're going to put this on the ramps, right? Keep filming when we get home.
McBean is closed.
Being is completely closed.
That's what that sign said, so we may as well just go around so we don't get ticked off. Any kids got themselves a fancy car here? Doesn't look like it.
So, where's the U-Haul depot here?
There's a U-Haul depot?
Yeah, I think this is it right here.
Oh, it's train stuff, it looks like. Oh, but then there's U-Hauls there. There it is. In behind in there.
Wow, that's so quick out to, is that Eagleson up there?
Yeah.
Here's chiropractor. If you want to buy expensive parts where I live, you come here. Everything costs 30% more. Just because people don't want to have to drive into town, I guess. Or because it's not really their business and they don't want to sell as many parts because it costs money to keep a guy at the counter. I don't know.
All right, so we just kept it rolling there. I kept the original audio so we could hear the car, and feels great, sounds great, everything's great. Hope you enjoyed the video. We're gonna be home shortly here, and like I said, we're putting it up on ramps. We're not going underneath the car in this video. I'm just putting it on the ramps because I wanted to clean up underneath and put some rust proofing product on and stuff like that. So we're supposed to be able to see the dash there. I don't know, I think I saw it. I think I got 111. So what did we do? We did 35 kilometers on this trip or something.